If you can't tell by my amazing new apparel, we have some FXR finally hitting the stores. A ton of amazing restocks on some of our best-selling brands. Hope you guys are ready for this week's drop. How's it going, guys? Travis here from Tacklebros, at Tacklebros on Instagram. Make sure you guys go check out our Instagram page just to kind of keep up with all the new stuff. You can also follow Ashton at QTR_46. That's the guy who's always behind the camera and the short guy in the videos and photos with me. And then you can also follow our main Instagram, which is probably the best place to see all the new stuff, at Tacklebros Fishing. It's going to be that on Instagram, TikTok, the whole, pretty much everything, including obviously this channel. That's all of our credentials. This week we got a ton of great stuff, man. So as you guys can tell, I'm wearing FXR. We're gonna go through an FXR portion at the end. There's gonna be a full, obviously dedicated page. I'll get into all the FXR stuff at the end. I think that's probably for the best. So if you guys are looking for an amazing apparel brand, stay tuned towards the end and we'll go over that. I'm actually gonna take this off too, man, and I got a new depth shirt, so we gotta show that off. Last week we did a Geecrack restock online. I didn't really have a chance to talk about it, so we're gonna start with that today, with the restock. Anything Bellows Gill, I think we pretty much have every color and every size back in stock. So that's the 3.8, the big guy, so the 5.8. We also have the 2.8s are back in stock, but the one I really want to highlight is the 2-inch. So this is the smallest offering in the Bellows. This guy is my absolute favorite micro jig trailer. So if you're throwing like an Igudama, something like that, this paired up on the back of it looks absolutely phenomenal. They only come in a handful of colors, but thankfully all the colors that they come in are really, really good. So like you get your green pumpkins, your electric shad, I think. Yep, and then like green pumpkin chartreuse. So you can really pair this guy up with any little micro jig and it just looks phenomenal. That subtle tail action that this thing kicks off is great, and I'm happy to finally have these back in stock for the time being. Hopefully they come up with some new colors in these, man. I feel like this is one that people overlook, but with the growing popularity of all like the micro jigs and stuff, this guy's a really big player. Now, Imokemushis have been out of stock quite a bit. We see a huge restock in the 60 size. So again, I think almost every color in the 60 is back in stock. Now the 60 is a cool one because it comes in two different material types. So you're gonna have the standard, so this is gonna be, you know, regular SAF material, so salt amino flavoring, and then you're also gonna have the elastomer. So if you want to fish this on bottom, this is a great option. If you want to fish it on surface, it's a great option. This one, a lot of guys will drop shot this or like Nikko rig this size, and then yeah, what I just said for the floating type elastomer. Now the elastomer also comes with SAF material, I believe. Let's do a smell check. They do. So if you want, you know, the Imokemushi 60 seems to be the most popular size right now. Every single one is back in stock. And then along with that, we also got the Imokemushi Slim. So we haven't had these in stock in a while, so I'm gonna run back through the colors, but this is a 60 size sort of stick bait. So I love throwing these on either a Nikko rig or flipping these into stuff. It's a more slimmed down profile, so if you're using like the 95, sometimes it can be a little bit bulky depending on the fish you're trying to catch. Slimmer profile, more of a stick bait with the same strands in it. 6 colors back in stock. So we're gonna have Ghost Gill, green pumpkin bite chartreuse. So this is a great one if you just want a little bit of extra, you know, chartreuse, if you're a big chartreuse guy. Natural green pumpkin, bite watermelon. So again, there's a little bit of chartreuse in that one. And finally, Scuppernong. So apparently we actually sold out of one of the colors. Again, if you're looking for just a different slim down profile in that emo size of range, like this is, it's 3.8 inches. So it's pretty standard like length. So if you're just looking for like a slim down profile in the Imokemushi, this is a great option to use. And then also showing up this week is the Imokemushi Q-Bomb. So we're gonna have the 1.2 inch size and also the 1 inch size. A bunch of the best colors, so brown and white is gonna be back for both. Black chartreuse, this has actually been surprisingly like one of the best selling colors. Natural Craw in both sizes. Green pumpkin, orange and blue. Scuppernong just in the 1 inch size. And then green pumpkin bite chartreuse. So again, a little bit more of a louder presentation. They look like they come one to a pack. They actually have a bunch in the back there, so you actually get 4 per pack. Pretty reasonably priced for this style of bait. If you guys have ever tried to thread silicone into any type of plastic at home, it's not fun. So it's a good option. These are also really durable. So the ball, you know, you rig it one time and maybe it starts to, you get a little bit too much of a hole. You just go to another side, man. There is a proper way to rig this, obviously, where you want the little, I don't know if you could see that in there, but at the bottom, there's like a little point coming off of the actual plastic ball. You want to rig on the other side of that, but it's pretty universal. You can move the hook around. You can get a lot of fish with one of these. I watched Johnny last year catch like, I don't know, like 15 fish, and he lost it to a fish at the end of it, and it would have just kept going because he hadn't really hooked it too many times. So the Imokemushi Q-Bomb is one of our personal favorites of the shop, so check that one out. Over to Nikko. So Nikko has been one of our first like sort of JDM brands in the shop. Really famous for this guy, the Hellgrammite. These guys are all back in stock. So, you know, Mudbug is back in stock, or the green pumpkins, anything like that. Obsidian, so more of a clearish black color. That's gonna be in both sizes. So they come out with 2 sizes now. This is the original size, so the 3-inch, the little guy, and then the terrifyingly large 4.25 size. Super durable. It's an elastomer material, so it has a bit more high float. I love fishing this guy on a Ned head, man. It's a little bit of a pain to rig, obviously, because it's a flatter profile. But when you get it right, they eat the crap out of this thing, especially the 4.25 size. I've been really grown to love that over the last year, and it's going to continue this year, I'm hoping. This guy, a lot of guys will drop shot it. The only issue with the drop shot on this one is that it sort of sits really high tail up. So, you know, it's great on like a Geecrack rig. On a Ned rig is my preferred way. I know a lot of guys get absolutely destroyed on this guy on a drop shot, but just something to keep in mind. We even got some of the limited colors back in, like Magma. This is a limited color, so this guy comes back in. Green Volt, this one flew out of here last time we got it, so check that one out. And then yeah, this is probably the number 1 color, Mudbug. Along with that, we got some of the Nikko Leeches back in. So this one is, again, a great leech imitator. We're gonna have some of the limited colors. It's gonna be the green pumpkin orange, basically. It's called Bayou Sunset. The black, which, if you know what a leech looks like, this is a pretty good imitator of that. And then just stuff like June Bug. So I think all colors of that are back in stock. And then we also got a brand new product in from Nikko. So this is new, but not actually new. The Nikko Craw. You guys are probably familiar with this guy. The packaging has changed, and so has the plastic. So a lot of guys were having trouble with hookup ratios on the previous Nikko Craw. So what they've done is went to a more dappy material, so a softer elastomer type material. It's still super durable, but it's just gonna allow you to have a much better hookup ratio. That was one of my main complaints with it, and I know when I was talking to the Nikko guys, they were saying that they were kind of working on something, and then these showed up. They also substantially lowered the price on this. Now you're gonna get 4 in a pack instead of 5, but I think it went from, I think it's like $5 less a pack. So, and it's also gonna store a lot better with your other plastics. The other package was gigantic. It was nice having them in a clamshell, but with that dappier material, it's still not gonna get kinked up. That's normally a problem for conventional plastics. When you get into the elastomer, stuff stays pretty well where it should be. Still, don't mix any of the Nikko stuff with your regular plastic. So if you're gonna, you know, keep this, keep it in the bag. Don't put it in a tray with other plastics. Elastomer and like regular, they just don't mix. So if you're interested in any of the previous Nikko Craws, we're gonna do 25% off of those until they're gone. So nothing wrong with them, just probably a better hookup ratio on these guys and more condensed packaging, and I honestly think these colors are lights out. So we'll start here with Magma. This is Aqua Moon. How dope is that, Ashy?
That's sick.
Yeah, like that's a sick color. I've actually like saw a fish spit up craw with that same color on it. Fire Belly, so green pumpkin red. Midwest Craw, so if you're in the Midwest, this probably looks pretty familiar to you. It's like a green pumpkin with some red fleck in it. Blood Moon, so like a black red basically with more red claws. Bama Craw, green pumpkin orange. And finally, Lightning Bug, so black with chartreuse claws. This is an absolute killer I mean, most times of the year. I love black profile baits. It kicks off more of a profile, and then you have that chartreuse in the claws to really, you know, let the fish dial in on something. This is a phenomenal option. So if you guys are a fan of the Craw, definitely check these ones out. I think they did an amazing job on the color lineup, and then the price reduction is pretty nice. So check those out. Also super durable, man. Like, again, it's Elastomer. You can catch a million fish on these things. Let's talk GLF. So Great Lakes Finesse, we dropped the video on Monday this week. If you didn't watch it, I highly suggest you go check that out. Dan broke these baits down in a very comprehensible way. So you're gonna be able to learn exactly why he made them, exactly how to fish them, the technology that went into them, different ways to rig them, the right rod. We did a really thorough breakdown of everything. Some stuff is already out of stock, like this guy right here, the Ned Bug, has been absolutely explosive. I am expecting a restock in a couple weeks, so when they come back in, I'll highlight that again, but the whole lineup from this year's drop is absolutely phenomenal. Some stuff we got new colors in and new products, so I'm just gonna do a quick reminder. If you already watched the video, you can skip ahead to the next part, but if you haven't, I'll run through what we have left in stock, and then when they're back in, I'll kind of show you guys again. I cannot express to you how important it is to watch that video if you're not familiar with Great Lakes Finesse, kind of their philosophy, how they, you know, test stuff. And a lot of these baits are ultra unique. Like, no one makes anything like it. And then some are similar, but the things that he's brought into a lot of the silhouettes are actually needed. So I'm gonna start with the Dropkick Shad. It's gonna come 5 to a pack, but they're all in a clamshell. So if you guys are fans of like tiny little swim baits, like 3-inch, 2.75, you get a pack of them. They're not in a clamshell. There'll be 8 in a pack, and like 4 will be perfect. And the other handful, you'll always find a use for them, but maybe they're not great for drop swimming, which is something that we do a ton with this style of bait. This clamshell is gonna make sure that each one coming out of the package is 100% ready to fish. They're also very durable. It's soft enough, but also rigid enough to let you, you know, instead of one fish, like a lot of the ultra soft ones are, you're gonna get a handful of them out of each one of these. So this one here is gonna be Fire Craw. Meltdown, if you're into chartreuse, there's one for you. Matte Black. This is one of the colors that I really missed in this profile of bait. All these have a matte finish, by the way, and they're neutral buoyant. So when you throw it out there, the tail is gonna be sitting up. It's not gonna be drooping down. You don't have to constantly move it. It's gonna sit perfectly flat in the water. And then the matte finish as well. We got Spicy Melon. This is one of my favorites out of the entire lineup. Smoke Clear Purple. It looks extra good in this bait. So your Green Pumpkin. Frosted Shad, another color I throw a ton in this style of bait, is like a white profile. So excited to see this one. And Gizzard Shad. Now there's more colors. I think we're just sold out of them right now, which they'll also come back into stock in probably like the next week or two. So watch out for those. We'll post something on our social medias. One new color in their Hellgrammite. This is the Whiskey Barrel color. This is probably the most natural looking Hellgrammite color. I don't know why this wasn't in the first batch. We talked about that as well. This is a great one. It's sort of like a light brown, so check this out. And then just color additions across the board. So pretty much everything got a basically color refresh. This is the one that really spoke to me in the Snack Craw. This is Green Pumpkin Copper Flake. It's got a bunch of purple in there as well. It's got some copper. You're gonna have, you know, black reds, a ton of new colors in this. Brand new size in the Hover Minnow. So this is a 3.25 size. It's a nice bulkier size without being too big. So they did great on the proportions when they were making it bigger. Tons and tons of colors in that guy. Colors like Matte 309, there's a Goby, Green Pumpkin Purple Flake, just tons and tons of color additions in that. Or like this one, how they did the Green Pumpkin Blue in this, it is the perfect size and amount of blue flake. So I was really excited to see this. Sometimes you can get Green Pumpkin Blue Flake and there's not enough blue, and then sometimes you get Green Pumpkin Blue Flake and you're like, man, please maybe relax a little bit. This is another great one. This is Crushed Shad, one of their staple colors. All the colors that were previously in the 2.75 are now in the 3.25, and then vice versa. So any new colors that came in, you know, drop minnows, all the drop minnow colors are in both sizes of drop minnow and then both sizes of hover minnow. So check those out. And then I saved this one for last because this is my favorite. This is probably my favorite GLF bait. Tons of new colors in the Juvy Craw. So I'm actually gonna walk through all these because I think there's some amazing color additions. That smoke purple clear flake is a good one. Green pumpkin blue. Goby, this was really needed in this. So it's like a really soft amber brown back, and then that goby belly. If you guys have ever caught a goby, most of the time they have a much lighter color belly. Another great color that they did kind of similar is that matte 309, so a little bit darker, and then same thing with the whitish belly. Brown purple with the OB, it's a cool one. Your fire craws, so you know, red with an orange belly. Matte black red flake. Green pumpkin blue flake, again they did a great job on this. Amber black with red green, and finally brown pumpkin special. So tons of new color additions, tons of new products. I'm expecting to get the hair jigs sometime in May, and the Ned Rig heads should be here around the same time as the restock's gonna come. So definitely check those out from Great Lakes Finesse. They did a great job this year again. All right, let's talk FXR. Now, we've been a sim shop for probably 2-3 years now. We had a little bit of Under Armour, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I wanted something that was gonna be refreshing to me. Sims is a great brand, Under Armour is a great brand, all these brands are great, but I wanted something that kind of it was bringing something new to the style of fishing, something maybe, you know, a little bit more, you know, out there sometimes, but also if you wanted to be muted, you could still be muted. Something that was high quality, something that was North American. And I think FXR has kind of checked all those things off. You can be as muted as you want, or you can have like a blue and green gigantic logo. That's what I like. Fishing is stale, if we're all being honest with each other. A lot of times, you know, we get stuck in our ways and how we do things and what we're wearing. It's nice to have a new option of style. Also, they're pumping a ton of money into fishing, which is great for everybody. There's tons of new pro staff on FXR and tons of great guys from Canada on FXR and in the US on FXR. So I thought this would be a time for us to, you know, reset our clothing. Any remaining clothing we have from Sims and Under Armour are going to be 50% off till it's gone from this point on. And then moving forward, we're gonna stick with FXR, and hopefully, you know, they're a little bit more open to listening as well. So when, you know, us the anglers are like, yeah, maybe that's not really like our style, they're pretty receptive to any conversations that I've had with them so far about, you know, ideas and branding and stuff like that. So that's another big reason why we've chosen to do that. Now, if you got a Sims rain suit, you probably don't need to go out and buy an FXR rain suit, but you know, they make some other cool products that I really like. And I'm gonna start with that jacket that I was wearing. So this jacket is a pack down jacket, like a lot of their stuff. So not crazy branded. It's pretty chill. If you guys have ever been here for clothing stuff or like box stuff, I'm terrible at it, so you're gonna have to bear with me. But it's pretty lightly branded. Just an FXR hit there, one little one on the arm, and then this thing packs down 100% into the pocket. So I'm gonna pack it down. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Ash.
I like it.
I don't know about you guys, but I like ride a lot of side-by-sides and four-wheelers and stuff like that in the summertime. And this jacket, once I get it into the bag, get in there. Get in there, Lewis.
It's in there, Louis.
It's an F1 reference. To be able to just have something like this packed down, sitting in my bike, you know, in the back when I'm ready to go, sitting in my boat ready to go, that's a game changer for me. I always seem to forget, you know, a rain jacket. This is not a rain jacket, by the way, but they do have a packable like rain jacket. Even just something to protect me from like wind and mud when it's cold. They make this in a top and in pants. So when I find the pants in my pile, I'll show you them. But having that packability is just like, this is so easy to just throw in the boat. It's so easy to just throw in your bike. Whatever you do, it's just a good one to have, and it's stylish, it's light. Anything else? You're already making fun of me, man. I'm terrible at these clothing things.
But I'm just picturing, be like, oh my god, I forgot my pants. Zip. Yeah. Let me put on my pants.
Dude, that's actually the thing. Like,
well, it's like a magic trick.
But you don't forget your pants. Bro, you've been side-by-siding with me.
Yeah, I come naked.
Well, I mean, after you've driven for 4 minutes and I've had to set you up right because you've rolled it,
I just like parking side.
You probably need new pants.
This is true, man.
Like you get all muddy and crap and you're like, oh man, I got no clothes. Oh, actually, yeah, I do. And then you could just be underneath, nothing. So I got a handful of different t-shirts. Again, you can see what I'm talking about. Like these are, the quality on these is amazing. One thing I'll say about Sims, if you bought a XXL t-shirt, it was like a 3.5 XL. Same with the pants. Like I remember buying a pair of like sweatpants from Sims. Like I bought like an XL, I'm an XL or 2XL sometimes, depending. The XL was like a 5XL. So these guys' sizing is really, really good and they're stylish. So big FXR logo in the front. There's also a bunch of different options on these. Hats. So if you've ever been out fishing and you wear this style of hat, it's not fun. This is, when guys come in and they go to buy this hat, I'm like, maybe get one of the mesh back ones. Cause if you're sweating, it's nice to have that little bit of, you know, mesh to let your head cool off. All these are either gonna be mesh. So mesh, 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 this one's sick. Or they're gonna be vented. So this will have like a more rain resistant back and then it's also breathable. So they've put all these little breathing holes into the back just so your head can have a little bit of,
Cool down.
yeah, it's like it's a cooling feature. And then they also have fun hats. So if you're just having like a little siesta on a weekend, or maybe this is how, is it not siesta?
Just sleep.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, a fiesta.
Fiesta. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Fiesta. Maybe you're just having a couple pints, or I mean, I've seen you were, it's kind of similar style. You were more of a bucket hat guy.
Yeah,
right?
I'm a big bucket.
Yeah. I think it's super stylish.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I think there's a picture of me somewhere with a Shimano, one of these like buttoned up, just sunburnt, like all crazy. A little bit of playful colors on the bottom. The logo's colored. Maybe you want something a little bit more muted. This one is a little bit more chill. It's actually pretty cool. It's like an underwater. And then black FXR, or you could go with, you know, camo with a green FXR. What?
I'll never see you coming with that camera.
Exactly. So fun hats as well, which is great. We also brought in a bunch of their hoodies. So these are their nylon hoodies. They're pretty warm, somewhat like these repel water better than cotton, but they're not waterproof. So we got that one. This is actually a cotton one. So we got one cotton hoodie in. This is a pretty sick one. FXR Pro Fish, little hit. Another sick one. I really like this one, man.
Oh,
Stealthy.
Yeah.
They're all gonna have, for the most part, a little zipper pocket here on the front as well. So you can stuff some stuff in there that you don't want to lose. And then you have your full pouch pocket. They have a little bit of a high neck. So this is good if you're not a fan of wearing a neck gaiter. You're not gonna be able to cover your face, obviously, but you can still have that neck protection in the morning so that the wind's not going down your shirt. So handful of those in. And then for rain gear, they have the Adventure Lite Tri-Laminate. So this is a 15K fully waterproof suit. It's extremely light. Like this might be the lightest rain suit I've ever felt. All the logos are reflective, so if you're running a little bit late at night and something hits you, they're gonna be able to see you. It's pack downable into the pocket, so that thing that I showed you on that last one, this can also do, which is amazing. And then it's gonna come, so this will be in black and in this green color for the time being. And then the pants as well, so if you're looking for like a really good bib set that's fairly affordable, this is their, you know, base point starting on the bibs is at 15K, which is really good to see. Premium, same thing. This guy packs down. So a ton of their stuff, they've thought about little problems that we have. Like I hate just folding up my bibs and throwing them into a box. The ability to have these packed down and then just unzip the one thing and throw it on is gonna be great. We tried to, I think we got most sizes up to a 2X. Again, true to size. I would say these are probably the closest to a true to size in most fishing brands. This one's warmth level is a 1. So this is not meant for, you know, I mean, up here anyway, like the spring, you're probably gonna be a little bit chilly or throw a hoodie on underneath it. This is like a summertime true full rain jacket. You can also just throw some base layers under this. You can throw a base layer and then just throw some pants and some, like a hoodie on under this and you're gonna have no problems. Also, if we did get the pants, I'm wearing them. I think they're pretty sick, man. They kind of look like tech pants. Why are you laughing, bro? I'm the model guy. So we also do have like their track pants, which, be honest with you, man, I've been wearing Nike tech pants for like 15 years. And I've not been able to find something that's like competitive. I just like literally buy tech pants. If you ever come in here, I'm always wearing black Nike tech pants forever. I have like one with like one white stripe, but all of them are black. I'm gonna switch. I think.
I think so. I think they look the same.
Yeah, they're nice, man. It's like a polyester material on the front, so again, probably a little bit more stain resistant than the cotton, a little bit more water resistant, wind resistant. So check out those and don't judge my catwalk. This is what the Adventure Lite bibs look like. Nice little FXR hit on the front, FXR on the bands. They're so light, man. Like this is probably gonna be like one of the most comfortable. You're not even gonna know they're on, basically. Also, I was talking about those pants earlier. We found them. So these are the pack pants. Again, just a small FXR hit, and they actually look nicely kind of tapered, but not too tapered. So FXR. All right, these ones are mine. And then I'm just gonna do this standing up, man. So we also brought in the. Get up here, fella. Those look sick. This is the Vapor Pro Series bibs. These are the insulated ones. So, you know, for fall time, winter time, early, like, you know, coming up in April, we're going to be going out. I'm going to be wearing my pair of these just to keep extra warm. We also have the jacket, which I'll go grab. I also forgot to mention this comes with like a little towelette for your hand or whatever in the pocket built in. So you can detach it or reattach it if you want to watch it. Now, we're going to have the Vapor Pros come in the non-insulated version as well. This is their highest tier of bibs and jacket. These are 20K. So if you're living in an area where it rains a lot, or like I know me and you have been out and I have like the Pro Dries and you have the CX, you would always get way wetter way before me. And then this is the jacket. So again, really nice, simple jacket. FXR hit on the front there. You got some FXR there, and then one FXR on the back. Really high quality zippers on these. Like, it zips so good. Premium option, but this is insulated. So the non-insulated will come in hopefully in like the next month or something. I'll bring it back up then. I'm not going to stand up and show you though, because this is getting out of control. And then we also brought in their sun shirts. Now these are super breathable. They're basically perforated all the way around. This is their base level, so more affordable version of it. We're also going to have the other ones coming in probably next week. UPF protection. We're going to have the green one with a little hit on the front and then on the back. All these are going to be the same. So white one, hit on the back, and then I actually really like this gray one. It's sort of gray and black with another hit on the back. So those are in right now, and then we'll also have the other level of their sun shirt coming in probably, I don't know, any day now. I think we're just missing one box. So if you guys are looking for a new clothing brand, maybe you're already a fan of FXR, you're in like MX and snowmobile and stuff, you guys know the quality of this stuff. If you haven't noticed that they're kind of everywhere in fishing, I mean, they're literally everywhere in fishing. It's kind of the most like booming brand in clothing right now. So definitely check that stuff out from FXR, and we'll keep a pretty good stock. I've stocked almost everything from medium to double XL. There's some smalls here and there. There's some 3XLs here and there, as much as I could. So hopefully there's something that kind of caught your eye, and that's it for FXR. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us this week. A little bit more of a chill week for baits, kind of getting ready for next week. I know we have a ton of stuff coming in and stuff that kind of showed up today that we can have a chance to get to. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. It kind of helps push us out there a little bit extra. And we're a couple weeks away here, man, from being able to cast the first line, Ashley. I know you're pretty excited.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys next Thursday on The Drop.